Hello there, ladies and gentlemen who want to think and shrink. And the important part here is thinking. And so we're your brain trainers teaching you how to think differently by finding those resources from your past and your childhood that are keeping you stuck and driving you to do the things you don't want to do, or to prevent you from doing the things you do want to do. Right, Rita?
Yes. Thinking. Yeah. What kind of thinking do we have? What kind of attitude do we have towards the thinking that we have about food, right?
We were just talking about that. It was awesome because I realized like people have a bad attitude about healthy food. But if you thought of your body as a car, you wouldn't put sludge in the gas tank and then get mad at your car for not working. It doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
Ooh, say that again. That was a great metaphor.
You wouldn't put sludge in your car, swamp water, and then expect it to run well. You would know that that's not possible. And so let's think about what's possible for our body, because it is so resilient. It can put up with a lot of things. But if we were using it as our mechanism for adventure, for fun, for living our full life, and fueling it, wouldn't we love healthy food? Because we know, wow, this is fueling my dream.
Yeah. So thinking that, right? So you see a food, you see something nutritious or so how would you change your bad attitude about that food that it's like highly nutritional for your body? What can you do?
Okay, so they have a bad attitude about a healthy food.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I don't want to eat healthy. It's not good. It has no flavor.
Right. So you think it tastes bad. So my thoughts initially go straight for, what do you think about those people that eat healthy food? Because that's a judgment. And you can't be this healthy person, this fit person, if you're judging them as bad. All right. Your brain is not going to, it's going to protect you from being bad like them. So my first question would be like, hey, what do you think about those people that eat healthy food and that like it? They're
Uh,
snobs, they're stuck up, I don't know, like, what do
yeah.
you think, Rita? Like, what are some thoughts that,
Probably for me it would be like, it's too much work. You have to change
oh yeah,
your whole buying. You have to change your whole buying structure. I don't even know what that food is and why it would be even nutritional. Like, yeah. So me, it would be like they must have a lot of time. I mean, they must have time in there.
it's less time to peel an orange than it is to cook a cupcake. But
See?
yeah, so there you go. There's a way that you're thinking, but now you just haven't questioned your thoughts. You just haven't questioned your thoughts enough to realize that they're not consistent, right? So find out what it is for you. Like, what do you really think about people that like this healthy stuff? Like, what negative thoughts do you have towards them? And then use the stop technique. You've got to let those thoughts go. And when you work with us, we go back into your childhood and find out like who taught you to think that way. What are those thoughts? And then we rewrite it and allow it to change and flip and switch so that it can be nice and beneficial for you to
Yeah.
hit your goal.
Yeah, that's great. So what I'm hearing you say is that if I do the stop technique about the attitude that I have towards either food or other people, or even any attitude, right? Any attitude about, because we all, it's an automatic, right? It's just automatically someone's eating healthy. Our brain goes there because it's
Boom.
already wired and linked.
Too much work.
Too much work.
Too much time.
I'd rather just not eat. This is why I fast, because it's easier just to fast.
There you go. If you don't want to work, just fast. I'm fine with that.
It's interesting how
Healthy
we pick what works, right? So if that's the case for me, and I do get more energy, and I have more energy where my body's not shutting down to digest this big old,
Yeah.
meal. So that and so yeah. So what you're saying is get the stop technique. If I think about this bad thing, then I do the stop technique, and then I look at appreciate the good stuff that they do have. Like they can walk, they
The
don't have high blood.
feeling that healthy food gives you is what you should be focusing on. So this is like, what I notice is, well, it's gratification, right? Like quick gratification is, what do they call that? Fast gratification.
Instant.
And instant. You want instant gratification, and you forgot about the long-term effects of what it feels like in an hour or 2 hours when, you know,
Right.
you're so lethargic and tired, and then you're like, I have no energy for doing, and you don't even want to be a fun person anymore because you put the sludge in. It doesn't work that way.
With the sludge in.
Right?
Yeah.
So just getting a healthy mindset around what is your goal and keeping that at hand, and then how to fuel your machine to reach that goal.
Yes.
Help change things.
Well, that sounds very exciting, and it's very doable. And you know, like I love when you say work with your brain, because this is you working with your brain. Because we have the saboteur within. The saboteur within is really you, because you're going against those beliefs of attitudes, the beliefs of your emotions. You're going against what it's already ingrained or programmed in you. So when you think and switch, when you think and shrink, it's because you are rewriting and releasing those old programs that have you stuck, with that behavior and that attitude. And also, I think we use those against ourselves, right? We use those attitudes against ourselves, like it's very overwhelming. It's just forget about it. It's just nothing's going to work for me. But we know that this concept will work for you. We know that if you interrupt what's going on in your brain by doing that stop technique, that is free and it's down there, you just print it out, that you can get the shifts and changes.
Yeah. Right. And you have to interrupt it. Like, you get to be responsible for that part of your own thinking, right? Oh, I love chocolate. Interrupt it. It's not serving your long-term goal. Oh, I'm okay with chocolate. I buy the dark chocolate that doesn't have any sugar in it. Okay. And you gotta, maybe that's an acquired taste. I don't know, but I love it because I feel good. So notice what keeps popping up for you that you think you love, that long-term. Like, think about that food and be like, how do I feel an hour or 2 hours later? And then we're going to start to dump some of that nasty, lethargy, swampy water on that food, so that when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's not a fuel.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that towards alcohol, right? So I drink, I like to drink, but I'm like, is it going to be worth it? Do I have to get up the next day? Like, I have to plan it because you're tearing up your body when you drink, smoke, eat out of, the can, the box. So that's a great practice, Tammy, to be able to go like, okay, how do I feel? I'm going to eat this, and how am I going to feel? And, because what happens is in 2 hours, you're hungry again, because you're not giving your body the right fuel system, the right fuel. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you are the kind of person that is driven, and you're like, I have a goal and I have a dream, and you want to get there, and you're super excited to live that dream out, then you want to look at your body as a machine that you're fueling, so that you can enjoy that life.
Yep.
Not get to your dream and be overweight and miserable and broken and in pain. Like, how are you compensating your body for all that it's doing for you? Yay. Compensation. Awesome. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Do use the stop technique. Interrupt yourself. We can figure out your food programs. That means, what is driving you? Uh-oh, now we're on the opposite side. What's driving you to this food, and how to change those drives so that you are looking at it in the long-term effect for your health and thinking and shrinking.
Yep, that's how you think and shrink, folks. You can do it.
That's right.
We'll see you soon. Bye.